session, we're going to take a look at a new capability in Birst 6 called Pronto. Pronto allows business users to do their own connecting to data, preparing that data, relating that data, and then making discoveries with that related data, and then presenting those discoveries to others in the organization through dashboards and reports. Pronto is also known as Connected Data Prep. And what's revolutionary about it is that you're doing all of this with Birst in a connected, web-based, cloud environment, not with everybody using their own independent desktop-based tools, which is really a holdover in terms of architecture from the 1990s with the client-server model. So this is truly a modern BI, modern architecture approach to analytics. So let's take a look at how a business user would use Pronto to connect to data, prepare it, relate it, and then explore and make discoveries that give them new insights about their business. So in the upper left, we're going to click here, and notice it says you can select an existing project or create a new one. So what's a project? A project is very similar to the concept of a space, if you're familiar with Birst spaces, except you can think of a project as a more informal or ad hoc way of working to encourage people to explore and to be able to more quickly spin up an environment and do their own data exploration and discovery. And again, really focused here on the business users. Now, if you create a project that you want to keep and save and even promote, you can promote them to a full-fledged Birst space if you'd like to do that. So to create a new project, we'll click on the plus sign. Now in this scenario, you're a business analyst, and the call center manager has heard about the great work you already did using Birst for the sales and marketing teams, and they would like you to do some similar things for them too in the call center. Now, one option is to try to get the sales and marketing teams to allow the call center people to use their spaces, but as you can imagine, that might present certain types of technical and especially perhaps political challenges. So it's easier and quicker to simply spin up a new project using Pronto. So we'll call this new project Call Center. We'll click the check mark to save it. And so now we're presented with the first screen, which is Connect. Now remember, we said what you can do as a business user without being dependent on the IT or BI teams. You can do your own data connections and preparation and relating that data. So let's use a little analogy here to help explain the differences between these steps. The analogy we're going to use is a cooking analogy. So if you're going to prepare a great meal for your friends or family, the first thing you want to do is go and get your ingredients. That is the connect step right here. You might be going to one big supermarket to get your ingredients, or you might need to go to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 stores or a specialty food store. You might need to pull some of the ingredients down from your kitchen cabinet. Wherever you get those ingredients from, you're pulling them together and putting them on the kitchen counter before you start your meal preparation. So this is the connect step, going to get your data from various sources, as you see some of them listed here on the screen. The next step is to prepare that data.